Hey guys and welcome! We have the brand new Halo game that's been announced, Halo Campaign Evolved. So let's get a deep dive into everything. Halo Campaign Evolved is an Unreal Engine made remake of the game, so it's not a remaster, it's not like Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. It's a totally new game that's Halo CE, but on a new engine, new gameplay, new everything. So it's coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC in 2026, so next year. Although it's reached a point where it's pretty much playable. So as you can see from the footage, everything is beautiful. So let's talk about everything that's new, because they didn't just take CE and port it and give it a new fresh of coding. No, they've been adding new things, like they're adding new weapons, new mechanics, new missions, and new enemies to the game. So let's start with the gameplay. Sprint has been added to the game, so you can now use it to get around the map, the campaign. But you can also turn it off if you want to in the options. So if you don't want sprint, just turn it off. You can literally turn it off in the options. But personally, I like it. I like the sprint. The motion tracker has also been changed. It's on the top right of the screen, but I prefer it on the top left. I mean, the bottom left personally. And this is something you can also change. So you can change where the motion tracker is. There's new mechanics or returning mechanics from like Halo 5 and Halo Infinite, like the Smart Link or the aim down sights mechanic. You can basically zoom in with the different weapons, but you can also turn that off if you want to. If you don't like it, you can turn it off. So they've been adding all these new mechanics to to Combat Evolve to modernize the game, and personally, I like them. So another thing is that health will now be able to regenerate, so health packs are gone from the game. So they've basically modernized Halo Combat Evolved. In addition to all of those changes, enemies will have new behaviors. For example, the hunters, they have a backplate and it can be destroyed so you can deal critical damage. The pistol will not instant kill hunters anymore, but after you destroy the plate, on the weak spot, shoot the hunter 3 times and then they'll die. Split screen co-op is also coming for consoles, so on PlayStation and on Xbox, you can two-player split screen co-op, and there will be four-player online co-op, and it's going to be cross-play across all platforms, so you can have a PlayStation, an Xbox, and a PC play all together on the new campaign. So to help do four-player co-op, they've made a few changes. They've made some spaces bigger, and there's more enemies now as well when you play with more players. Also, enemy count changes depending on the difficulty that you're playing as. So, what do you do with the Warthog now that you have four players? Will one player have to walk? No. Vehicles have been changed to accommodate four-player co-op. For example, the Warthog can now support up to four Spartans. So the fourth Spartan will ride on the back of the bumper. Honestly, warthogs are big, it makes sense. In addition to changing that on the Warthog, you can now hijack vehicles and even drive the Wraith. So that's a cool, welcome mechanic. Vehicles can also now be EMP'd, and vehicles will not be indestructible anymore. So the Wraith isn't the only thing that's new in the sandbox department, as they're adding 9 additional weapons to the game. That's right, 9 additional weapons. So there's the weapons that are already in the game that were not usable before, but now you'll be able to use them, such as the energy sword, the fuel rod, the sentinel beam. So in addition to those, the battle rifle and the needle rifle will also be added to the game. That means there's 4 other weapons that have not been announced yet, but they're part of the Halo universe. So they're not like new weapons, but they're already existing weapons in the Halo universe. So with these weapons, there's also something new, or 3 things new. In fact, there's going to be 3 new missions that will take place before the start of the main storyline, and they will feature Johnson as well. So Johnson and Chief will be 2 of the main characters in that sort of prequel campaign, the 3 missions, and there's going to be new characters as well. So some of the new weapons will be featured prominently here as well. So you'll be able to find the needle rifle, the battle rifle throughout the campaign, but you'll have more access to them in the new missions. So honestly, that's great. We're getting new content for players who, have already played. They don't just want to play a very pretty version of CE, but there's like new gameplay, new mechanics, new weapons, additional vehicle, new behavior, new campaign. So we're getting new story, and that's really cool. Additionally, as I said, new enemy stuff. There's flood improvements. So the flood, they have been inspired a little bit from Halo 3, and they are tougher. Additionally, the flood tank form will be appearing in the game. So they're adding at least one new form to the game, and that's going to be cool. So yeah, they're going to be tougher, there's going to be more of them, and that's going to be exciting. They're adding new audio to the game as well. So they've re recorded the main cast, so the returning cast, and they've also made new weapon, vehicle, environment sounds, and they've re recorded the soundtrack as well. Remastered everything higher quality, everything nicer and better. So, with new audio and new audio lines, they've also redone cutscenes and they've done more mocap for the new cutscenes. So we've got the three new missions, but we also have the cutscenes that have been remade, and honestly, they look amazing in my opinion. So some of the new stuff as well include new skulls. There's going to be over 24 new skulls, including skulls that randomize your weapons, alter enemy behavior, alter player attributes, environmental effects. You can one of the skull disables zoom. Another skull makes vehicles invincible, like the original Comet Evolved behavior. And I believe one skull might disable the zoom if I remember correctly. I already mentioned that. I mean, one of the skulls will disable sprint, I think, or that might be an option. So I'm not sure, but the point is they have more than 24 skulls. So lasso will be super hard. Like all skulls on is going to be really hard and really challenging. And it's cool that they're adding like way more skulls than there's been in the game. Not 24, more than 24. So that's pretty cool. Everything's pretty cool. There's new behaviors, like I said. Since it's not a remake, they can. Since it's not a remaster and it's a remake, I mean, they can add stuff in the physics department, such as like the grunts, the backpacks. They'll explode with their methane tanks, and then they'll fly everywhere. So that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be fun. And again, we have the return of a lot of excessive blood. So lots of glowy blue blood, lots of glowy orange blood. You can see the hunters, like the blood on the hunters sort of go everywhere, and then you have all the worms as well. So a lot of the new, since it's on Unreal, a lot of the stuff interacts with Unreal Engine technology, such as the Lumen technology. A lot of the lighting and of the weapons and everything interacts with it. And there's also like the EMP effect. Um, it's gonna even like arc out onto the environment. So that's small, cool little details. So honestly, that's great, and we even have the Steam page up and running for the game, and it's they've announced this today. This is like really cool news. The leaks were right. We are getting Halo Comet Evolved remake and on Unreal, and it looks cool. So yeah, they're still working on the next Halo game, and well, they said they were only gonna reveal one of their projects. So I think that they have the next main Halo game still in development that they haven't announced yet. Hopefully they'll announce soon. And I believe they're probably also working on another side game. Probably. Like the way they worded it makes me think of that. So I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Tell me your thoughts down below. Some people have been invited to play the campaign, and it's also playable currently at the HCS event. There's a floor where you can play it, And if you've got commentary from there, if you've got news from your footage, if you know someone who's there, put the news down below. Honestly, all of this is exciting. I hope this gives you a good summary of everything, the new weapons, vehicles, missions, all of that. Are you guys excited? Tell me down in the comments down below. And I think that's the news for now. I'll keep you guys updated and all of that. Thank you guys for watching. Tune in next time.